Hello, everyone. This is your market update for Friday, August 7th, 2026. We got the non farm payroll data for July, and it was much worse than expected negative 23,000 jobs, anticipated 83,000. The unemployment rate dipped lower from 4.2 to 4.1%. The prior months were revised lower as well. June was revised down from 57,000 jobs to 20,000 jobs, and May was revised down from 129,000 jobs down to 63,000 jobs. So weak payroll numbers suggest the Fed probably won't be able to hike rates, and that's pushing metals higher and the dollar lower. Next week, we're going to be looking at CPI and core CPI data. We'll see where that comes in. Over to the dollar, starting with this 99.51. We're testing this trend line. I need to get a couple significant closes below that to support a breakdown. Overall, I still think we are at or near a very significant top, and we're going to see a resumption of the downtrend until late 2027 when the next 3.5 year cycle low is due. Over to gold, currently trading at $4,415. I put the 200-day moving average back on here. That's going to be the next significant resistance zone. So we have the breakout above the downtrend line, getting some upside follow through. If this holds into today's close, then I'd say confidently we have our mid-year cycle low and that we are resuming the uptrend. Again, I don't think it's going to be straight to higher highs. I imagine we'll contend with the 200-day moving average, and then I see significant resistance around 5,000 for a while. So I think we'll be kind of up to sideways here for probably the remainder of the year. And then I do think we'll see new all-time highs next year. Over to silver, currently trading at $64.89. We are above the July 6th pivot here. And if we finish above that level this week, then I'd say we probably have our mid-year cycle low. The cycle downtrend line's up here, and it corresponds with the 200-day moving average. That level's just around $70.83. So we'd have to get above that to confirm a breakout. But overall, if gold bottomed, I imagine silver did as well. And again, I don't think we're going to be straight up to new highs. We're going to have to consolidate. We had major gains last year, and it's going to take a while to digest that. And I think eventually we will get back above the 100 level, maybe not until next year. And I think we'll see new highs. Over to platinum, currently trading at $1,772. We are challenging this downtrend line here, still below the 200-day moving average. That'll be the next level of resistance. Get a couple strong closes above 1,800, and I think we'll have a confirmed breakout and a mid-year low here. Over to GDX, was up yesterday, 0.29%. I like it when we see prices gap through a resistance line like we saw here a couple days ago. And then prices also finished slightly higher yesterday. So that's a bonus. And it looks like we have our mid-year cycle low. Next level of resistance is that 200-day moving average, and frankly, we could test that today if we finish the week above that level. Currently $87.32. I think that would be very positive. But it looks like miners are breaking higher. Over to Bitcoin, it's currently trading at $65,076. No change here. Getting a little bump on these weak payroll numbers. Overall, I'm still expecting prices to roll over, and I still think we'll see 40,000 here. We got about 2 months left remaining in this bear market, in my view. So we're going to need to see prices break lower here relatively soon. If we go over to the Clarity Act, right now there's just a 14% odds of this passing. I thought prices would start to dip as these numbers slide to the downside, but that really hasn't happened just yet. So we'll keep an eye on this. But yeah, I think Clarity passing in 2026 is a very low probability. And I wanted to point out to this, one of the reasons I believe we will see 40,000 is this is the Bitcoin balance price. So the black line is the price of Bitcoin, and the orange line is the balance price. And pretty much during every cycle low, we see prices test or dip below this balance price level. Pretty much it's happened every cycle low. However, I do want to note that each time the dip below the balance price is getting less and less. Actually, in 2022, we barely dipped below it. It was just below it for like one day. So currently, the balance price is 39,400. So I think there's a chance actually we might not dip below it this time, and we could bottom just above that level. So this is one of the reasons I think we could see a test of 40,000 here in the next couple months. But it has to start rolling over soon if that's going to come true. And then lastly, Coinbase. I'm watching this chart here. Finished yesterday at $145. We have this significant support line here. We've tested it multiple times. I think if we get a breakdown below it, that would signal the final capitulation. One potential target. This is pretty aggressive. This would require, I think, a 70% decline from current levels. So very aggressive. I don't know that we'll get that, but if you take the height of the pattern here and you add it to the potential breakdown area, that puts us pointing to a target in the low to mid 40s. Again, that would be a very aggressive decline. I don't know that it's going to drop that low, but if we get a significant breakdown below, say, the 135 level, then that would confirm a breakdown, and we'll just have to see how low prices go. So that's it for now. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you later.